Good afternoon, Knicks Nation. Welcome, and I'm hoping that you're all safe and healthy and that your family is safe and healthy and that you're enjoying what's left of your weekends, those of you that are still actively, gainfully employed. Um, I wanted to go over the Summer League. Obviously, that's what's going on right now is the Summer League, along with free agency is still going on as well. There are a lot of things causing people to wait on free agency. LeBron James is one of them. Everybody wants to know where he's going and how much of the cap space of whatever team he's going to is going to be used up and what is left because money dries up fast in free agency. And so there are a number of players that are not signed yet that are just waiting on other players to see where they're going to sign. Now, by now, we understand that Jonas Valanciunas cleared waivers on Friday. I have not heard from any credible source of him signing anywhere. So it apparently, at the very least, he is weighing his options because I'm sure there are multiple teams that would like to sign Jonas Valanciunas, including the Knicks. And so basically, as we analyze his situation for the Knicks, Jonas Valanciunas, that is. And what's up, all of y'all just showed up in the chat. What's up, Senior Beef, Eddie, Keith, Jersey, Curious Kev, Brother Malik, Kelly, 40, Corey Lindsay, and others, James Gant, welcome to all of you. So as we analyze Jonas's situation, basically it comes down to this. There are three options for him. Really, there are two, but technically there are three. What do I mean? If the number one option, in my view, is if he wants to finish his career in Lithuania, he's going to go to Lithuania. I don't know what the numbers are in terms of his guaranteed money in Lithuania, but that's an option. Second option is to try to get the most he can in money-wise in the NBA. And the third option would be to try to latch on to a potential championship contender, aka the Knicks, and take the veterans minimum salary of $3.9 million, which the Knicks have available, since the veteran only counts 2.4 against the cap. So those are his three options, and I'm sure he is weighing those options, trying to decide what's best. Of course, as Knicks fans, we would want him to sign with the Knicks, to have Andre Drummond backing up Cat and have Jonas backing up Andre is a really good situation for the Knicks. Really good situation for the Knicks. Now, there's a couple of other wrinkles we need to discuss, but with respect to Jonas Valanciunas, that's really it. That would really solidify the Knicks roster right there, being that Jordan Clarkson is already signed, as we knew he was going to be. So that's that. With respect to the Summer League, I want to go one at a time with the guys in the Summer League. By the way, I just want to say, and it's usual, I've been seeing this for a very long time, and every summer people overhype players and put more emphasis on guys that are not even NBA players. Moses Brown is one of my examples in this. People were really overhyping and getting hyped and picturing him with Knicks uniform, and he was never an NBA player, and he's still not an NBA player. I want you to understand who you play with in terms of the players, who they're playing with has an effect on how they play. Okay, who they play with has an effect on how they play. Okay, so really, I think there's 12 players on the Summer League roster, if I'm not mistaken. There's only 4 NBA players on the Knicks Summer League roster. The rest of them are not going to be in the NBA. Okay, including Brown, Dylan. They're not NBA players. Okay, they might have had a cup of coffee in the NBA, like this center Liam, whatever his name was. Some guy was like, "Oh, I think he's promising." No, he's not. He's not going to be an NBA. He's not an NBA player, and he's not going to play. Okay, he might get a cup of coffee somewhere, but he's not really going to be. He's not going to be on the Knicks. Okay, so that's one of the things we got to overcome. Then there's the other side, where people be overly negative and short-sighted about promising players. So Diawara, think about this. And those of you that have been a fan of NBA basketball, let's say for at least 10 years, would probably have seen this and know this. Anytime an NBA player signs the biggest contract he has ever signed, he always sets out to prove he's worth that money. And when he does, he usually overextends himself and looks pretty bad trying to prove he's worth that money. This is particularly true in New York, where guys really try hard and Knicks fans are overly short-sighted and overly critical and overly second-guessing everything. Okay, one of the detriments of playing in New York City in any major sport. So, with respect to Diawara, he hasn't lost any of his skills that we saw over the last year. He has not lost them. He still has them. He's still 6'9" or 6'10". He can still handle. He can still has a 7-foot wingspan. He can still play defense. First of all, he's playing with a bunch of non-NBA players, number one. Number two, he's trying to prove he's worth the $11 million contract. So he's pressing too much. Okay, it's typical. If you put him in the lineup like we saw last year with some Knicks starters and some pro players, he's going to look a lot better. Okay, he's going to look a lot better. And the summer league is not done yet. So, he could still flatten out a little bit better. But I think people are being really short-sighted in criticizing him. He's only 20 years old. Think about that. Okay? Diawara is 20 years old. That's all he is. So people are going overboard about, this guy stinks. I had one guy come out, I think it was Jeff. He's going to get cut. This guy, listen, man, please stop trying to make final judgments on players in game one of the freaking summer league. Come on. Okay, come on. It's just the way it is. Okay. Nobody on the Knicks except Nickel is shooting the ball well. And Kyle shot the ball well as well. And we'll get to them in a minute. But the most impressive guy to me in the summer league is Dadier. Dadier has physically filled out, and he's still only 21 years old. And he's physically, if he's 21 yet, I don't even think Dadier is 21. Dadier might still be 20. Let me just double check that, because Dadier is still a young boy. Dadier is 20. He's going to be 21 at the end of this month. So he's 20. He'll be 21 at the end of July. And he's filled out a little bit. He's learned a lot. You could see the schooling of the Knick culture is showing on him. He did look like, to me, he looked like there was a guy that was trying to make the Knicks. He's on Philly now. And that boy came in, looked like a polished pro compared to everybody else. Well, Dadier is this guy this year. Okay, he looks like a polished pro, and he hasn't even gotten really a lot of time on the floor in the league yet. So I still like him, but what he is doing right now is he's increasing his trade value. That's really what he's doing. Okay, he can stay on the Knicks, and he will be a force in a couple of seasons. He really will. I can see it coming. He's already picking up nuances of the game that he did not have last summer. And so he's filling out a little bit more. He's stronger. He's a little bit quicker. And he's still nowhere near what he's going to become. Okay, he's nowhere near that. Okay, so there's a lot of upside with him. So the Knicks have a choice with him. He's already on the roster. So it's not like they got to make room for him. He's already on the roster. So it's the question of whether he and you, Fave, Jed, Mac, whatever the hell your name is, calm the freak down. I'll get to it when I get to it. I don't like that. Don't keep repeating yourself like some damn troll. Don't do it. Damn. Coach Hauser, we already got a problem. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. So with respect to Dadier, he looks much more ready now than he did last year in all aspects of the game. He looks much more ready. So he is going to continue to get better as we go forward. And again, he's just going to turn 21 at the end of this month. So he's still very young. And I like the future for him. I like the future for him. What's up, Coach Hauser, man? Kyle. I know Kyle said he intended to stay in New York. And I know several outlets have said the Knicks are not intending to keep him in New York. But I think he should stay in New York. I don't care if it's a G League contract or he gets the rookie contract with the Knicks. He needs to stay in New York. The boy he's a solid boy. I mean, again, 20 years old. Nice, strong body. Nice, strong body on the boy. Solid handle. Solid handle. That's what stood out to me. Solid handle. And when he gets his feet set, nice shooter. Nice shooter. Okay. And again, yes, as you said, Coach Hauser, he's fearless. I like him. So again, shout out to Walt Perrin. Shout out to Walt Perrin, man. The Knicks again hit home runs in the second round. Again, we don't need to be drafting in the first round. We really don't. The Knicks hit home runs in the second round. So here, the Knicks got, I think, Nickel was like pick 47, and I think Kyle was like 37, 39, something like that. But I like him. I said, man, the boy's gonna be all right. I mean, give him, he needs some time now. He's not ready for, a lot of people are already putting him in the rotation. They do that every year, overreacting. But if you give him a year or two in the G League, I like Kyle. I like him for the future. That's really, especially now, if they trade Kolek. Kyle's coming up. Okay, Kyle's coming up. So yeah, he pressing, yeah. But Nickel, let me tell you something, man. What I like about him is he knows exactly who he is. He compared himself to Duncan Robinson, Sam Hauser. He compared us. And they said, those are just white guys. He said, listen, they got paces in the league. He knows exactly who he is. He's 6'7". His defensive technique is excellent. Now, whether he will be able to actually guard somebody in the league, I don't know. But as far as his effort and technique, it's really good. He's got excellent defensive technique. He's really trying hard. He understands very well that that's how he'll get on the floor if he gets on the floor. But as a shooter, he is comparing himself to the right people. Duncan Robinson, Sam Hauser, he compares himself to them. And that's a good comparison. Very nice jump shot. Now, we don't know yet. We will find out. Can he shoot like that in the league? He can definitely shoot it. I mean, he didn't even shoot good yesterday to me, and he still shot 40% from three. I mean, right, Steve, no, right, discount double check. He's in that class, 6'7", and really puts effort on the defensive end of the floor. He knows where his bread is buttered, and he knows where he is, and he knows what his role is going to be. That's very, very important when you're going to come to the New York Knicks. You got to understand what your role is. You're not just there to, get 50 or think you're going to be the high scorer. You're there to fit a role. And this kid is trying for that role, and he already knows it. I like that. So I think they should open up 2 G League spots at the very least for Nickel and Kyle. Okay. Maybe, and Nickel's a little older than the other 3 guys. Nickel's going to be 23. I think it's September. He's going to be 23 in September. Yeah, he does. If you listen to him talk, Coach Hauser, if you didn't see his face and you just listening to him, you definitely got a different picture than when you see that boy. He looked like Howdy Doody, right? But when you see him, when he talks, you don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? But right. So if they want to put him on the roster, they would have to clear space. Right now, the Knicks have 13 contract positions filled on the roster. In order to keep him, you might give him the rookie deal, 1.3, I think it is. I don't know, or see if I don't know. Let me ask you, right? In Exhibit 10, right, Coach Hauser. Now, can they carry 15? Let me just see. Are they allowed? I know they need a minimum of 14. Can the NBA team carry 15 players? Yes. Okay. Okay. They can carry 15. Okay. So he could make the roster. Um, I might put him on the roster for now. He's older than the other three cats. Okay. So he's going to be 23 and more mature. I'm not saying they're immature, the other boys, but this boy is more mature. He understands what his role is. And I'm going to tell you, he would benefit greatly practicing with the regular Knicks in their practices, and Coach Brown's going to have practices. Yes, Shamit, especially, he'll learn a lot from Shamit. He'll learn a lot from him, and just studying Shamit is going to be big for Nickel. So I think that would be a nice move, make him like the 15th guy. We need another big, like Jonas or somebody for the 14th guy. Now, with respect to Diabate, somebody asked me, and I don't like when people ask me the question they already know the answer to. I don't know what you're trying to do, but except waste my time. But somebody asked me, well, what do you think the Knicks should offer for Diabate? And I said, as I've been saying, Kolick and or Dadier. Well, I don't think that'll get it done. I heard you say that before. What the hell are you asking me for? Well, what about second round picks? I would give them as many second round picks as they want. The Knicks only need one or two a year, and they could always get them. And you could already see from Hoop Party, from Kolick, from Diawara, right? From Kyle, from Nickel. The Knicks know how to get talent in the second round from wherever in the world they get it. Walt Perrin is expert at that. Take advantage of that while you got it. So I'll give Charlotte 4 second round picks if they want, but I want that boy if I could get it. Okay, because if we get Diabate and we already got Andre, it's a wrap. It's a wrap at that point. It's a wrap. Telling you. Okay, so I don't know if the league or if Charlotte gonna let us do that. But the Knicks, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Don's already made the phone call. I ain't got no proof of that, but just knowing them and how they operate, I know the Don has already made the phone call. Whether Charlotte will go for the okie doke or not, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you, the Don's already made the phone call. Okay, so yes, right. Give them whatever they want, and then we added Dadier, who's very promising. He's looking really good. So I would not mind sending him, getting off Diabate, and Diabate's under contract at the minimum for 2 more seasons. This coming season and the season after that. So you ain't got to worry about him coming up for an extension until the year after this one. Okay, so talk about value. The Don, to me, I'm telling you, I have not seen a president of basketball operations, maybe Pat Riley, I have to give him that, get value out of players like this. Duncan Robinson was undrafted, if you remember. And I think he's now on his second big bag, Duncan Robinson. But they got him off the scrap heap. Pat Riley be getting people off the scrap heap, man, and turning them into players in Miami. So now the Don is doing it. And the key here is Walt Perrin. It's Walt Perrin. Make no mistake, Walt Perrin is probably one of the best. He did it in Utah. He was doing it in Utah. Like a lot of us, I wasn't, but a lot of people were asking for Donovan Mitchell in that draft. Okay. This guy got him and made him a starter and made him what he is now. Okay. Helped make him what he is now. That's Walt Perrin. Okay. So you got to give him big props on what he's doing for the Knicks. He's turning second round picks into gems, man. So this year's edition is Kyle and Nickel, and they both going to be NBA players. So don't be too hard on the guys. Nobody is really, except for Nickel, is shooting the ball properly. They're playing with a whole bunch of non-NBA players. Okay, they're playing with a bunch of non-NBA players. So that's what I'm saying. That they're going to look bad. Nobody else on the Knicks is going to be in the NBA. None of them. Okay, there's nobody there. Dylan's not going to be on this year's team. Dylan Brown, I think his name is. He's not going to be here. But they got what they need. Okay, if Nickel is the 15th guy, they just need to get a 5. Jonas would be ideal. You didn't have to give anything up to get Jonas. That's why I think he's ideal. Not that he's the ideal physical center for us. He's going to play a very important role if he was to play for the Knicks, but he's not Diabate. He's not Diabate. Okay, if we can get Diabate, we'd have to lose a player. Then we have some room to sign another guy if we need him. But to me, Diabate is that dude, man. And Joe Dumars is smart as hell, man. Joe Dumars is the president of basketball operations in New Orleans. They didn't make any real changes. They just needed to get Zion off of 280 pounds and make him keep healthy. And it looks like Zion is committed to doing that. Once that's the case, New Orleans don't need anything. Trey Murphy III is what I thought he was going to be. He's going to be dynamic NBA player. And then you got Jeremiah Fears. You went and got, you got a bunch of Derek Queen. You got some nice dude. And Missy, that's why they ain't giving up Missy. They know what they got. They know what they got. Charlotte went and grabbed a whole bunch of centers. Herb Jones, another guy, older guy, come out, I think Alabama, right? Coach House, I think he come out of Alabama. And man, he could ball, man. He been balling on defensive end from when he stepped in the league. So, yeah. I would not be surprised. I don't think Jones is going to play with the Knicks this year. I would be really surprised. Daquan Jeffries was better than Jones. And Daquan Jeffries just signed a contract to go overseas after the Knicks hooked him up in Charlotte with a nice contract. They wasn't going to keep him. And Daquan Jeffries is going to play like in Greece somewhere. But I don't think Dylan Jones is long for the Knicks. I don't think so. They got all of the spots are filled. Okay, so you get 3 two-way deals. Jemison's probably going to get 1. McCullough is questionable. I haven't heard anything about what they're going to do with him. And then you got to give Kyle. Kyle's got to get one of those. He's got to get one. And then you want your 15th guy, nickel. Okay. Yeah, Trevor Kills, right. That was another guy who was hyping. He come out of Duke and he was hyping, man. The problem with Iguodala, Curious Kev, is he cannot hit foul shots. I think he's a 45% free throw shooter for his career. You're going to be Hacker Iggy. You're going to be in Hacker Iggy. I like his game, though. I really did, but Hacker Iggy is a problem. Okay, he's not Mitchell Robinson. You can live with it halfway with Mitchell Robinson, but Hacker Iggy could be a problem. See, so I'd like to spend that money on somebody we could actually get a little bit more well-rounded game from, so that would be the Diabate or Youngins or somebody like that. Iguodala plus, did they sign Iguodala, Curious Cat? Is he signed? I don't know. Let me just see. I'm going to look here. Is Iguodala, is he a restricted free agent? I don't know. I know he's on Phoenix. Is he a restricted free agent, though? Let me see here. Phoenix Suns. Let's look at him. They signed Miles Bridges, and they signed Luke Kennard, and Iguodala is in the last year of a minimum contract, 2.3. He's 24 years old, and that's possible. I'm just wondering what else they got at center. I know they're pretty high on Maluak, Kaman Maluak. They're pretty high on him, and they got Mark Williams. So yeah, Iguodala might be available. He might be available. Oh yeah, yes, he played at Marquette with Kolek. Iguodala, very solid fundamental, nice length, good defense, very solid. Knows where he is on the floor, plays within himself, within his role. The Knicks need guys like that, play within themselves, within their role, and you can slot them in this place and know what you're going to get. Now he's a 45% free throw shooter, so that's a problem. Curious Kevin's right. I like Iguodala's motor. What you want in a 5: motor, defense, positioning, footwork. He's got all that. He really does. He just does not have the adequate free throw shooting. And we just went through Hackamish. Although I have to admit, even though he is a terrible free throw shooter, I have not saw in him the tendency to get injured. What about you, Kuriski? I haven't seen in him the tendency to be injured. Let me just look at his track record here. How many games did he play last year? Let's take a look. I do like his game, though. He's behind Mark Williams last year. So let's see. 6'11", 235, nice size. He actually appeared in all 82 games this past season. That's a good thing. So have a guy that's available and solid like this guy. I gotta agree with you, Curious Kev. I am a little bit skeptical because of the free throw percentage, but he brings so many other things to the table. I like it. I like it, especially when he would be backing up Andre Drummond. So yeah, Najee is not ready. He's going back. He went into the transfer portal. Actually, he was in Baylor, didn't work out, and he is going into the transfer portal. I don't know what school he's going to go to. He hasn't signed with an agent, so he's still the Knicks property, James Najee. So we'll see. He needed to work on some things at the 5 spot from last summer. Yeah, he was all confident too that he was going to be staying in New York, and nah. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Prezi. I've been looking at that myself, yeah. But nah, I wouldn't call nobody I heart. Yeah, if he's on waivers, bro, there's a reason for that. Okay. Don't be getting somebody off waivers, it's a long shot, good feel good story, but nah. Yeah. So oh, is that where he went, Ray Nix? Okay. Yeah, I thought he went into the transfer portal. I didn't know what school he was going to, but I know it didn't work out at Baylor for him. And Baylor's a good program. That's where VJF's gonna come out of, the Baylor program. That's when off night, Davion Mitchell came out of. That's where Sohan came out of. They all come out of the Baylor program. So Baylor is producing some players. I don't know what happened to James Najee. Yeah, I don't know what happened to James Najee. Is that official, Curious Cat? Uh, is that official? Or you just telling me what you think his number is going to be? See, don't say nothing that's just your opinion unless you got something official, please. Let me just see here. Oh, it's just a number. Yeah, I think he's going to get more than that. Um, I think he'll still save a lot of money. It's not going to be 61 million in the first year. I can guarantee you that. It's not going to be 61 million in the first year. Nice. Why is it time to move off Daddy A? I don't like that language. Why do you think it's time to move off Daddy A? I don't understand. Why do you want to move off Daddy A? If it means getting Diabate, I would offer him, but I wouldn't call it moving off of him like he's a failure. That gives an indication that he's a failure. And too many of y'all stupid Knicks fans try to put that type of language out there to down a guy. The boy's 20 years old. Give him a shot, really. He looks really good to me. So time to move off of him. I don't know. I mean, I would say this way. He's increased his trade value because he's improving. That's what I would say. There's terms like get rid of or move off of, and then there's the other side. Let's go get, as if they're available when they're not. Let's go get Miles Turner. Oh my God, please stop. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Sohan's in a tough spot. He comes to the Knicks. He wasn't playing a lot this particular season in San Antonio. Young boys went and took his spot. But he comes in the Knicks at the trade deadline, never really gets acclimated, and I feel like we haven't seen the best of Sohan, but I don't know how he would fit right now. He's a 4 that can guard 5s, but I would prefer a real 5, like Jonas or Diabate. Nice. We're not looking at the same guy. I'm afraid I have to greatly disagree with you. Daddy A is an NBA player, and he's going to be an NBA player for a long time. So I don't know. We're not looking at the same guy. You don't say he has talent, but it's not translating to the court. That's like that's like summer league BS. He's an NBA player. Daddy, don't disrespect him with that bull crap, please. But he'll be all right. I like how he's filling in. I like how he's learning from the guys on the vets, and he's using some of the things he's learned. See, this is what I mean. There are people that look at the game like they're looking at um, the Rucker, or they're looking at a West 4th Street, or they're looking at some, this is not that. This is the league. There's a lot of nuances you have to be paying attention to if you understand how the league works. Like I was talking the other day, if you saw the video, people have looked at the guy that's the center, Liam, what is the hell his name? He's 7'1", he's got these, he's big and strong. So, oh, he's a possibility just because of his size. It takes a lot more than that to play the 5 in the NBA. Okay, you got to understand that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be calling for a scrub like Moses Brown to be on the Knicks. Whenever somebody says, we need to go get Moses Brown, I know they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Now, when you're talking, Liam Robbins, thank you, Miss Lumpy. When you're talking about a 5 in the NBA, you got to bring something to the table. Okay, let's take it in terms of the point guard, like Tyler Kolek. What is Tyler Kolek's outstanding attribute that caused him to be an NBA prospect? I'm not even talking about what he is right now. I'm talking about when he come out of Marquette. What was the outstanding attribute that Tyler Kolek had? Court vision, right? Elite court vision, right? He still needed to learn to shoot in the NBA, to run an offense in the NBA, to play defense in the NBA, and he has learned all that. But you got to bring something to the table. If you're 7'1", 250, how many 7'1", 250 guys are in the NBA? That's nothing. You're not bringing nothing to the table. So let me ask you, what does Mitchell Robinson bring to the table? He's 7'1", 250. What does he bring to the table? Well, he's got a 7-foot wingspan. He knows how to get the offensive rebounds on an elite level, one of the best in the NBA. He has a motor. He can cover the court in like 3 strides. That's what it is. He can come from one side to the court to guard a 3-point line, get back under the basket. He can show double and get back. You understand? So you can't just look at the size and say, well, he's promising. No, he's not. His feet look like he's running in mud. Okay? He's out of position. I was watching the game yesterday. I'm like, when is this guy going to get in proper position? See, he's not bringing anything to the table. Nothing. So I'm like, why are everybody talking about he's promising? He's not. And to me, the fact that they didn't bring another 7-footer in except for this guy, it means that their Don's got somebody in the radar that he ain't worried about who's in the summer league. He's just bringing bodies in the summer league to work with Diawara, Daddy, Nickel, and Kaya. That's it. Okay? None of these guys are going to be in the NBA. No. Okay? So let's not hype them. We got 4 good guys. So you got to bring something to the table when you're coming in the league at a 5. Footwork, reaction time, rebounding, rim protection. You got to bring at least a couple of those things, not just one. Like, for example, when Mark Williams, who's now the starting center in Phoenix, when he came to the NBA, he was known as a shot blocker. That was what got him in. He's a big, long guy, but it's the shot blocker, rim protection. He wasn't good enough at that, which is why he was getting traded. So he needs a team that's willing to be patient with him, which that doesn't exist in New York. You need somebody to be patient to let the rest of his game flesh out. Even when Mitch Rob came to the league, for the first 2 years, you don't know how many times I'm hearing, trade him. Oh my God, trade him. He's not a stretch 5. Why? Because Joker was a stretch 5 and everybody was trying to copy Joker. So if you can't shoot a stretch 5, you're no good. You have to wait. It's like wine. You don't just drink the wine as soon as you get it off the tree. You don't have wine right off the tree. If you know anything about wine, you got to let it age a little bit. You got to put it in the barrel. You got to get the proper grapes, and you got to let it age. Nobody in New York does that. Nobody. Short-sighted, quick to judge, one way or the other. Either it's an all-star or I see an all-star. You don't see nothing. That's the thing. Okay? So right now, the Knicks got 4 guys that they drafted that they're going to be players. It was interesting. I was watching an interview with the rookie, Harper Jr. from San Antonio. Who's the hardest for you to go? He said J-Dub and SGA. And Jalen Brunson just busted his ass for 45. Brunson just dropped 45 on him with a bad arm, bad wrist. And he's naming, oh, but we beat them. I could tell them kids ain't ready for no chip yet. They ain't. They got a lot of talent, but they're not ready for no chip yet. Not in San Antonio, they not. They need some more maturity. Okay, they need some more maturity to get a chip. They're not ready. They're not ready. Okay, they got the talent, but they ain't ready. Okay, so we'll see. I'm like, what the hell? He said SGA and J Dub both on Oklahoma City. I'm not saying obviously they tough, but Jalen Brunson just busted your ass for 45 and dropped you all in 5 games. You just suffered a gentleman's sweep at the hands of this dude. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, man. Very immature. The San Antonio Spurs are very immature. Um, it's like, what did seriously? Man. So anyway, Kyle's got to stay though. I want him in New York. Keep that boy in the G League and give him the basketball and let him run the G League team. Let him run Westchester for this year, man. Let him run Westchester. Daddy A, he's already on the team. You ain't got to make room for him. He can either earn some rotation minutes and maybe, or you could trade him and go get Diabate if you can get him. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, they got a lot of ego in San Antonio, man. A lot of ego, man. A lot of ego. So we'll see. I don't think they're ready for. They're not mentally ready for no chip right now. They're not mentally ready. So that's just how it is. Yeah, right. So we'll see. But I want Nicole to develop a little bit more too. So putting him with the Knicks would be to me a good move. You're causing that guy to practice with OG, McCall, JB, Hart. You're causing him to practice with Cat. You're causing him to practice with guys that know how to play this game at obviously the highest level. And so that's going to help him. Nicole is a steal at 47. He's a steal. I mean, there might be a better shooter in the draft, but nobody past 15, right? I mean, could y'all name a better shooter in the draft than Nicole? I didn't see any. All you got to do is let him get his feet set, and it's going in. It's going in. Oh, man. It's going in, man. And at 6'7", it's like Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson's 6'8". See, so all we had to know is that the speed of the game wasn't going to stop him because he got the length and the height to get his shot off in the league, right? That's 6'8", and he's doing it. Okay, he's doing it. He's doing it. So, yeah, we'll see about our boy. But no, LeBron has always been from the time LeBron got in the league. In fact, LeBron was really, the truth be told, LeBron was ready to play in the NBA when he was 16. He's like only two guys like that I recall, LeBron and Luka. I mean, maybe Wilt Chamberlain, but LeBron and Luka were ready to play in the league when they were 16. Okay, the body was there, the maturity was there. LeBron been mature from when he came in the league. I mean, for a man raised by a single parent, okay, in the hood, he's very impressive to me. LeBron was very impressive, man. Very impressive. Very impressive. So, but that's rare. You can't really think everybody's going to come out like that. It's very rare. It's very rare. Okay. With Moses Malone, I remember him coming out of St. Petersburg, Virginia, and I remember him on the St. Louis Spirits. And yes, he was dominant, as we see. He ended up getting the chip in Philly with the Doc, but I don't really remember his like maturity level. I wasn't really paying attention to what they were as people. I was a young boy myself at the time, so I couldn't, Lou Alcindor with UCLA, we knew like Alcindor, we knew he was coming. Like we knew he was coming. We didn't know when he was coming, but he was coming. We knew he was coming. That was a given. But in terms of LeBron and Luka was ready for the league when he was 16. LeBron too. Matter of fact, LeBron was on the cover of Sports Illustrated when he was 16. They were trying to change the rules at the time to get him in the league earlier. So when LeBron came in the league and he was 18, he was already, 6'8", 250 pounds of fury, man. He already was. So, yeah, I can't really speak on Moses like that. Moses, one of the greatest rebounders the league has ever seen, along with Wilt Chamberlain, Nate Thurman. Great rebounding. I'm talking about just in terms of rebounding. Great rebounder from day one. He was. I can't speak on his maturity. I was also, I think I was in my late 30s when LeBron came, and so yeah, he was already acting like he was an adult when he came in the league, LeBron James. So he's a little bit different. And Luca too. Luca was already in Europe, the best player in Europe when he was 16, could have come to the United States. Okay. And that's what helped him in his first contract. He said, I could stay in Europe and still get 5-10 million euros a year if I want to, because he was taking care of his mama. So was LeBron. Luca was taking care of his mama in Europe, and LeBron was taking care of his mama in Akron. Okay, that's rare. You see a guy like that. That's rare. There was a mess up. Atlanta picked the Leprechaun. That's what, and then some idiot picked Aiton. I was like, I didn't understand the hype with DeAndre Ayton. I just didn't get it. To me, it was a sucker play. I was like, why are you? To me, it's Luca and who else was in that draft? Because I got to find out. But I was like, what? I was like, because I couldn't believe he was. But Michael Jordan was drafted what, fourth? Michael Jordan was drafted fourth, I think. Right. So it's like, I mean, I remember when Michael Jordan came out, all of us, we was all kids that was like 20s and whatever. Everybody knew he was the best player in that draft. I don't know why he ended up going fourth or third, whatever. But I was like, Sam Bowie, are you kidding me? I could see Hakeem. But I wouldn't have drafted neither of them before Jordan. I mean, come on, baby. Nah, I wouldn't. No. But yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, who the hell is, why are you not? Okay, it was, listen, this was a total bust. So you had DeAndre Ayton drafted number 1. You had Marvin Bagley. Number 2, and I was like, I still didn't get it. Then Luka Doncic, number 3, Jaren Jackson Jr., number 4. Okay, I would have drafted Jaren Jackson Jr. number 2. I mean, even then, and Mo Bamba number 6. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. And then the Knicks dumbasses drafted Kevin Knox at 9 when Mikal Bridges, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Miles Bridges, they were still on the board. I was like, what the hell, man? Oh man, that was a big mess up. That was a big mess up right there. That was a big mess up. I don't know. I didn't understand DeAndre Ayton, and I didn't understand. I was not high on Marvin Bagley. I was not high on him. I didn't understand what they saw that they were so high on. I understood, for example, Jalen Duren. When I saw him, I said, "Oh, this boy's scary." And I think he was from Memphis. They had a couple of guys coming out from Memphis that were really good. So I was like, yeah, but everybody slept on Brunson. Nobody thought Brunson was going to be what he became. I thought there was a guy named Frank Jackson, I think, out of Kansas. He was the college player of the year before Brunson, a couple of years before. And, he came in the second round. And I thought Brunson was going to be like him. I was not expecting a lot out of Jalen Brunson. I don't think anybody was. Nobody was. Okay. But then when he came to Dallas and started balling on the big stage, I was hearing people talking about, well, it's because Dallas plays 5 out and he's got more room to operate. He can't really do that on any other team because they clogged the middle, and no, it didn't matter. I knew, and especially, I didn't think he was worth $100 million that the Don gave him in that first contract. I didn't think so. I wanted quickly to get that money. I wanted quickly to get the basketball. Okay. But I trusted the Don. So he must know what he's doing. And then JB dropped 40 in the playoffs that year because Luka was hurt against somebody. I think it was Golden State. He dropped 40 against somebody. And I was like, wait a minute. So I can't be fronting and say, well, I didn't know about Jalen Brunson. I did not. I expected a second round from him. I didn't think he was going to be what he is now, MVP and all that. Yeah. Utah, right? It was Utah. That's right. He dogged Donovan Mitchell in the annual choke experience. Oh, man. Cleveland ain't going nowhere. I don't know. Cleveland ain't going nowhere. Homeboy just signed the max. They ain't got no room. It is not that many Jalen Brunsons available, man. At least Wemby took 40 million, 50 million a year instead of 60 million a year. That 10 million is gonna come in handy in signing some guys. But there's not many Jalen Brunsons out there. And Jalen Brunson sacrificed so that his boys, Josh Hart, could get paid. They can go get McCall and then eventually Cat. Yeah. So we got something special here. Something special. I did not think Jalen. I thought 80 million. When they were getting Jalen Brunson, I said 4 years, 80 million, and that was a risk to me. And that's after seeing him against Utah in the playoffs. I said 4 years, 80 million. Homeboy went 100, like he was gonna blow Dallas out the water. He said 100. Jalen had 55 on the table. Nah, he said, nah, I'm going to New York. Yeah, exactly. They should stop. They should stop slighting him. They really should. He's earned the respect of the league to me. Cavs ain't going nowhere, man. Come on, how many times they got to choke for you to see that? And wait, please don't tell me about James Harden. Did you see what happened to James Harden? Wait a minute. Please some of y'all remind me. I might have forgotten. Which game against the Knicks did the Cavs win in the playoffs? Was it game 1? Game 3? Which game did James Harden and Donovan Mitchell? Which game in the playoffs did they beat the Knicks? Could y'all help me with that? Like, which game in the playoffs? Homeboy here talking about what he say? Wrong, Cavs, Knicks, Magic. Come on, baby, get your head out the crack of your behind and understand the Cavs choke every year, every single year. They gave away the shot to go get Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Going to the Phoenix Suns, I don't know. I think Harden is staying in Cleveland. He didn't sign yet because he's hoping LeBron comes with him. They're still in that big 3 thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm wondering, Kev. Nobody answered which game did the Cavs win against the Knicks in the playoffs this year? You know, the mighty Cavs with James Harden. They should have kept Darius Garland. James Harden ain't never won nothing. Never. Wait. How many times has James Harden been in the NBA Finals or in the NBA Conference Final? Could somebody tell me, please, how many times has MVP James Harden been in the conference? Oh, wait, I see Brooms, Cole Hauser. You trying to tell me they ain't won none? Oh, they won the analytics, right, Larry? They won the analytics. And this fool talking about Cavs, Knicks, and Orlando. Will you please stop? Please stop. If they'd have won one game, maybe, but it was 4-0. 4-0. Now, Philly got swept 4-0, but Philly then traded in a has-been Paul George for daggone Jaylen Brown. I mean, Philly's going to be scary this year. They still need a bit more bench to me. But they got some firepower over there in Philly, man. I think they was in the Eastern Conference Finals this year, but my question wasn't whether they were in this year, Junior. My question was, how many conference finals has James Harden been in? He's played for Oklahoma City. He's played for Houston. He's played for the Clippers. He's now played for Cleveland. He's played for Philly. He's played for the Nets. I just want to know how many conference finals has James Harden played in? And wait, is it because he's been on bad teams? Was Houston a bad team? Was the Clippers with Kawhi and PG-13 a bad team? With the Nets, he was on the Nets with Durant, right? Durant was on that team. Kyrie on the Nets, right? They were so good, they thought they could coach themselves. They didn't even need a coach. Then he went to Philly with Embiid and Maxey, right? So they must have been in the conference finals, right? Philly must have been in the conference finals with them, right? Right. No, please, I don't want to hear anything about James Harden. Please, he is a definite overrated guy. Overrated, for sure. Overrated. And when they changed that rule that caused him to get all those fouls, he's done, man. I'm sorry. Forget the Cavs. The Cavs are done. And then Donovan Mitchell just took the max, $275 million. They ain't got no more money to do a lot more. They're going to get LeBron probably. I think LeBron might favor Cleveland. That's where he's from, Ohio and all that. So he might favor Cleveland. And I think they're waiting to sign Harden until LeBron signs. But they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. This is going to be the LeBron James farewell tour. That's what you're going to get. The LeBron James farewell tour. That's it. Let me see now. The Knicks are better than Cleveland. Philly is better than Cleveland. Atlanta is better than Cleveland. Let me see now. I don't know about Orlando because they've been choking too. And they just fired their coach. So I got it. I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment on Orlando. They got enough talent, but something's missing there. I don't know what happened. Something's missing. Indiana is better than Cleveland. That's who I was missing. Indiana is better than Cleveland. And now with Boston, we still got to see. So we got 4 teams. So right now, to me, Cleveland's best spot is 5th. That's their best spot. And that's right. Let's not forget Jalen Duren. Now, Detroit took a step back. They're starting 5. Losing Tobias Harris is bigger than most people understand. But the Raptors, Coach Hauser. Man, wait. The Raptors are better than Cleveland. That drops them down to 6. The Raptors are better than Cleveland. Detroit is better than Cleveland. That dropped them. Listen, man, Cleveland better make something better than the play-in. That's all I'm saying. And right, they let Beef Stew go, let Tobias go. I don't know, man. Now, the thing that Detroit does have, like I said, them and the Knicks, the 2 best benches in the East, in my opinion. Them and the Knicks, the 2 best benches in the East. The depth is tremendous in Detroit. And they got a tremendous coach. J.B. Bickerstaff ain't no joke. He could coach some basketball. So that's what they got going for them. And, of course, Kay Cunningham is still all-world Kay Cunningham. So we'll see. That's right. If Toronto ends up getting Kawhi, somebody tell me, what is the problem with that trade? I don't understand. Why did the league have them waiting? What is the problem with the Kawhi trade? I don't know. But something's wrong. They're investigating something. It'd be kind of embarrassing if the trade gets kiboshed, man. I've only seen that happen once. Chris Paul was trying to come to the Lakers when Kobe was still just past his prime, but still could win a chip. And then they put the kibosh on it. And that's when he ended up coming to the Clippers. But he was going to the Lakers first. Oh, is that what it is, Craig? Oh, is that right? Well, we know the owner tried that before to get Kawhi some money. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, there's an investigation. If they put the kibosh on it, I don't know where Kawhi going. He ain't coming to the Knicks, so don't even try it. But I don't know where he going. But I understand him going to Toronto. Him, RJ, IQ, Podol, Kawhi, and of course Scotty Barnes. Yeah. They need a bench. Them also need a bench. What's up, Jay Cruz? They need a bench, but they got the starting 5 to tight. Yeah, so thinking of Cleveland, so we got the Knicks better than Cleveland, Philly better than Cleveland, Indiana better than Cleveland, Detroit better than Cleveland, Miami better than Cleveland. That's 5. I'm missing somebody. That's 5 right there. All better than Cleveland. What's up, Webstar? Yeah, right. After they traded him. The Raptors, if they get Kawhi, is at least even with Cleveland. We'll see. I think as far as defense, Abraham, y'all going to think I'm crazy. I think nickel has very good positioning, very good defensive technique. He's not ready for NBA level yet. I'm not saying he'll never be, but I'm saying right now he will get beat off the dribble a lot. His feet are a little slow. But his technique is very good. Nickel's got excellent defensive technique. He's always in a good position. He just doesn't slide his feet as quick as you would like. I think he will work on it. I think he will, and he will get better. But I wouldn't expect him to be busting in the 10-man rotation right now, even though he could shoot the lights out. But I would like him, it'd be nice if he can get 5 minutes in the game for the Knicks, just to get out there and get a shot and knock down a three or two. Can you imagine? You got him coming in the back of the deal. Then you got Shammer that could shoot the lights out. You got Deuce that is capable of knocking down 4, 5, 6, 7 threes as he's done. Right? You still got that. You got Jordan Clarkson, West 4th Street. You got Alvarado. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot out there. Okay? A lot out there, man. So Celtics, that's John Smith. I don't know. In some ways, I think Tatum will play better with PG-13 than he did with Brown. And the reason I say that is because Brown is so good. His talent, his NBA level talent can carry, as he has shown, could carry a team. He demands respect. So does Tatum, though. So it really doesn't always fit unless somebody's willing to take a back seat. And I'm going to tell you, neither of those guys are willing to. Now, PG-13 will take a back seat. He's older, right? He's like 37, and he will take a back seat. He knows he's not carrying no team no more. So he will take a back seat to Tatum, and that's not a problem. They will play more team-oriented ball. And if they do that, they might be better than Cleveland. Sam Hauser's excellent coming off the bench. Kate is starting, and they now have Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench. So you got to figure, Boston's got they got a deeper bench right now than they had before. I'm saying they got Pritchard starting, so Hauser's coming off the bench. What's the other boy, Shyman from Utah? Yeah, they got him coming off the bench. Mitch Rob coming off the bench. They're gonna be they're pretty good. They're gonna be pretty good. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot left, Craig, but he's not asked to carry a team. As long as Tatum is healthy, he's going to be he's going to be your workhorse. He's going to be the guy. And they still got Derek Wright, who's very underrated, even after winning the chip. To me, he was good in San Antonio. The Celtics stole Derek White, so that's going to be big time. He'll be cut, Webstar. Dylan Jones will be cut. He'll be cut. So yeah, that'll be that. And I'm not talking about just the summer league. I'm talking about, look at the numbers. The Knicks have right now 13 guys signed. Okay, they need a 5, so they're going to get a 5. Dylan Jones is not a 5. They just drafted 2 more guys. Now, Daddy and Diawara, we know they're on the roster. I think Nickel should be on the roster. So let me ask you, anybody out there, who should be on the 15th guy roster? Should it be Dylan Jones or should it be Tyler Nickel? Who do you think should be the 15th guy on the Knicks roster this year? Okay. Oh, sounds like a poll. Okay. All right. Let's do it then. All right. Start a poll. Oops. Dang, what's the thing now? Oh. I'll just say Dylan Jones. Or I'll add an option. Somebody else. Okay. The poll question is, who should be the 15th guy on the New York Knicks roster? Should it be Tyler Nickel? Should it be Dylan Jones or somebody else? I think it's pretty obvious to me. It should be Tyler Nickel. Dylan Jones is a hardworking guy. Was on the Knicks roster last year, but he's not going to be this year. He's just not. There's no room for him. There's no room for him. You got Diawara, you got Daddy and then let's put it. Let me. I'm going to give you another poll after this. If you had to pick between Dylan Jones and Kevin McCullough, who are you picking? If you had to pick between Dylan Jones, let me put that trade in there. Let me put that in. So who sticks if you got one spot left? You got to decide who sticks: Kevin McCullough or Dylan Jones. My man Billy Box said easy, right? I agree with you. To me, it's like pretty obvious because Dylan Jones is strictly a guard. I would say maybe a off guard, right? Not a tremendous shooter, solid. Can play in the NBA on somebody's bench. But McCullough is a wing. McCullough's a wing. So I want a wing if I could get him. Wing is more valuable in the league, right? And McCullough is proven he's working real hard. The Knicks really were patient with him. So I think their patience is paying off in McCullough because I don't know what they're going to do. I don't even know how do they bring him back. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. That's what I'm saying. There's not enough spaces for the players they got. Because really, like I said, they got 13 guys. We know they're going to try to get a 5 for number 14. They got McCullough, Nickel, lined up for 15. Then they got a couple of two-way spots, which Kyle should get one. Jemison should get one. By the way, honestly, I would not mind if Jemison got the 14th spot. If they can't get Jonas and they can't get Diabate, I have no problem. I have no problem with Jemison getting the 14th spot. Okay, you're talking about a third string 5. I have no problem if he got that spot. Yeah, so I got you. There's the poll, so we'll see. Yeah, but well, he does have the what's the word? Utility type game. J.K. Kelly at McCullough, he has a utility type game. Like he can do multiple things on the floor. Not a great at any particular thing, but he runs the floor well, shoots the ball well, cuts very well, plays good defense. He does a little bit of everything pretty well. Okay, I'm McCullough, but Josh Hart we know is a rebounder and a hustler. He's a hustler and a rebounder. But I like Jim. I would not mind. I would not be crying if they gave that third string 5 spot to Trey Jemison the third. I would not have a problem with that. I would not. Okay. Jay Bloom. If your boy Jonas, whatever his name is, if he's that good, believe me, somebody will pick him up. There's no baby Mitches out here. Don't overhype people, man. There ain't no baby Mitches out here. Ain't nobody out here baby Mitch, yo. It ain't no. Mm-mm. Okay. Yes, he does, Craig. He does. And at 6'4", he really. I watched him. Just one of the most amazing players to watch in person is Josh Hart. To me, watching him in person is amazing. Watching him explode to get that basketball between bigger guys is amazing to watch. He's very good at it. Oh my gosh, man. He is very good at it. So anybody kept talking about Josh coming off the bench, don't know what they're talking about. If you ever watched him in person, he is amazing at what he does. He really is. Yeah, Josh brings a lot to the table. Plus, there's no accounting for how much that whole Villanova connection between McCall, Josh, and JB is powerful. There's no accounting for that. Yeah, yeah. So, yes, I think the 15th guy should be nickel. The 14th guy's got to be a 5, a third string 5, whether it be Jonas V, and I'd like to get him. Diabate would be second string and would make DeAndre Drummond the third string, or Trey Jemison the third. I have no problem keeping our homeboy with us and just moving on with him. Okay, moving on with him. Well, the two-way spots right now, it looks like Jemison is going to get one. It looks like I think Kyle should get one, and then there's three of them, so there's another two-way spot available. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I'm gonna tell you what, there's nobody on this summer league roster aside Kyle that should get it. Ain't nobody on this summer league roster worth getting that. To me, I would give it to Kevin McCullough if he takes it. I would give it to him. I wouldn't. There's nobody else. Well, yeah, Michael Server. No, that's actually a good question. That's not a bad question, Michael Server. That's not. I thought you were going to mention trading Deuce, and then that would have got us in a bad situation. But no, the summer league roster is purposely bad. The Knicks were not spending any money. Y'all gotta understand what it means when it says the Knicks are staying under the second apron. They ain't spending no money. Daddy A and Diawara are already accounted for. Nickel has earned his way. I don't know what they're going to bring him along. Kyle too. Kyle has. So they can make room for either of those guys. They got enough room, low end of the totem pole to keep those guys. The rest of the guys that they got on the roster are just bodies they needed to fill in the roster. That's all. None of these guys. Even there's a guy that was he played last year. I forgot his name, but he's like 6'8", 6'9". But they weren't going to be on the roster. I got you, Michael. We good, Bray. We good, man. We good. Yeah, right. Y'all remember when daggone Ball came out? Not the little brother, Lonzo. He was the MVP. Lonzo Ball was the Summer League MVP when he came out. He was the Summer League MVP. Yeah, we'll see how that turned out. Dink Pate is going to be at Providence this year. But I think the Knicks, unless he has, I don't know if he signed with an agent. He can't have signed with an agent if he's going to be in college. So I think the Knicks own Dink Pate's rights, which would be kind of like robbery because Dink Pate, to me, he plays a year at Providence. He's a top 5 talent. He really is. He plays a year at Providence. He's a top 5 talent. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. We don't have Dink's rights, CD? Okay. So then he's gonna be top 5. He's gonna be top 5. Young man's gonna make a lot of money next summer. He's gonna make a lot of money this year. Guaranteed he's gonna get at least $2 million, maybe $3 million NIL money, right? Just playing at Providence. And then if the Knicks do not have his rights, he's gonna be top 5 next year. He is that 6'8", handle the rock, play defense already, shoot the rock. I mean, come on. Dink Pate's gonna be top 5 next year, no doubt. He made a smart business decision. Nice, very smart, very smart. He's gonna get that NIL money. He gonna get, like, right now, top 4 players in the draft for the NBA are guaranteed like a minimum $30 million. Okay, the minimum. I think the top player is gonna get like $60 million over the 4-year contract. So Dink Pate's guaranteeing himself at least $30 million next year. He's gonna be coming out of. He's gonna be that good next year. So yeah. He made a smart business decision, doing the right thing for himself and his family. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, right. The gang that couldn't shoot straight, for sure. Definitely the Motley Crew, man, for sure. So they just got some bodies to fill around the 4 players they're really looking at. That's it. That's all. There's nobody on this Knicks team that's an NBA going to be in the NBA. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But that's it. That's it, man. But yeah, Dink Pate's going to be a top 5 pick next year. I'd be surprised if he's not. He got to get hurt or something because he's going to be that good. Really, he's going to be that good. I predict top 5 for him. Trier, I have no idea where that boy is. Wherever he is, I'm sure he's hogging the ball. Wherever Alonzo Trier is, he's hogging the basketball. Somebody's yelling at him to pass the ball. I am sure of that. Yeah, I don't know, Michael Servet. I can't say I can't see Leon doing anything because Leon gets stuff done when you think he's not getting stuff done. So I can't see whether or not he gets Diabate or not. But Leon is getting something done. I can tell you that right now. He might be talking to Jonas V. He might be talking to Charlotte about Diabate. He's getting something done, man. He's getting something done for sure. So I don't know what he's doing, but we'll see. We'll see. Whatever it is, it's going to be the best deal, and it's going to get it at the best price. This is one thing I love about Leon Rose. No matter what the Knicks get, they're getting the best player they could get at the best price for the most value. Okay, look at Kyle. Kyle is value, man. Nickel, value, period. Period. Daddy A was pick number 25, I think. And then you got Diawara, pick 55, 51, whatever it was. You want to talk about value? Oh my gosh, man. So whatever they do, I'm going to guarantee you, it's going to be the best player that he could get at the best value. They're really good at that. And then Walt Perrin finding these gems, and they're going Germany and Australia, wherever, France, wherever. He's going to get the best player at the best value he could get. And that's why if Charlotte was to take Daddy and Kolick and we had to throw in 3 or 4 second-round picks, do it. Get him. Go get that boy. It's a wrap if we get him. I'm trying to tell you. It's a wrap. I'm trying to tell you. So, I have no idea what Najee doing. He better learn how to hold his position under the basket. Oh yeah, nice young Cordoba. I agree. I agree for sure. Don't forget Kyle. He's gonna be there. Kyle say, don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me. He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. I like this game. They play tomorrow. I forgot who they play. I'm expecting Diawara to be a little bit more settled, and I'm expecting Kyle to get more minutes than he's got. I'm telling you, Michael said, if he gets his feet set, it's a wrap. He's like Duncan Robinson. He gets the feet set, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And you know what? If you have him playing with guys that draw attention, anybody, like if he's playing with Shaman, if he's playing with OG or JB or Cat, and you give him some room, ooh, Lord, we're going to see what happens, man. We're going to see what happens. But you can't give him too many minutes because he's going to be a defensive liability. They're going to take advantage of him. He plays good positional. He's very good fundamentally, but he just doesn't have the feet to meet a guard on the NBA level yet. But he will. I'm hoping on the boy. I like Nickel. The Knicks wouldn't have drafted him if he didn't have a shot. So let's see what we can do. Yes, true, Coach Hauser. He's so good. He's one of them guys, man. What, didn't go in? Shoot. We'll see, man. I mean, so it looked like y'all picking McCullough over Dylan Jones. Big time, y'all picking McCullough. Okay. 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 That's cool, man. Cool. So the Knicks playing tomorrow. Who they playing tomorrow, y'all? Who they playing tomorrow? They playing somebody tomorrow in Summer League. Who they playing tomorrow? Summer League. The Knicks are playing Toronto tomorrow. Is that right? Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, they're playing Toronto. Okay. Oh, it's Detroit. How come I'm looking at Toronto here? Let me see. This is tomorrow's the 12th. Oh no, I'm sorry. Why they got Toronto listed here? 3 o'clock on NBA TV. I don't think so. I think you're right. I think they're playing tomorrow. I think you're right. The 13th. What the hell? Oh, I'm looking at WNBA, not NBA. NBA Summer League. Yeah. So the Knicks are playing tomorrow, as you said, against Detroit tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Yeah. Tyler, double nickel, man. Double nickel. We all know we're talking about double nickel. Because, Michael, there are guys that just didn't like Deuce when he was coming in from West Virginia. That's why. They was asking for Kolick to take his place. Then he was traded at the deadline. Every year he's here, he's traded at the deadline. And so for some reason, they think that there's some value in some other guy above Deuce, which to me is extremely foolish and short-sighted, but that's just me. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. They're playing Detroit tomorrow at 4. I was looking at WNBA schedule, thinking it was NBA schedule, but it's WNBA schedule. They play in Detroit tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Yeah. Well, it's up to Cat, Michael. I keep telling people, you want to know what Deuce's extension? Look at Cat's extension, because Cat is due to get $61 million next year. If he opts out and takes less the first year, that extra money goes to Deuce. Okay, that's how they're going to do it. That it depends on Cat. So if Cat creates space by taking less in the first year of his new contract, which I think he's going to, that brings Deuce back. Yeah, that brings Deuce back. And I'm thinking Deuce is probably going to get double what he's getting now. So he had 4 million. He'll probably get 8 million a year. Maybe 4 years, 32 for Deuce. I think that's a good number, and it gets him in. It keeps them under the second apron and all of that. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cat is eligible for an extension this month, I think, isn't he? I think he's eligible for an extension this month. So we'll see. Yeah, I see it. See that. It depends on what they got available under the apron. So you remember, Josh Hart's got to also. He's also due for an extension. So they gotta play this game right. So right now, the Knicks have about 19 million under the apron for next year. If Cat takes a cut, let's say a $16 million cut, then they'll have 35 million under. That's enough space to get Josh, to get Deuce. Re-sign up a lot of guys. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to have some salmon patties today. I'm going to go the fish route today. Have some salmon patties, have some vegetables, and then have some grape juice for all that. And it's Sunday. It's thunderstorms here in Florida where I am. It's been 100 degrees every day, but the rain's coming also, so we're doing all right. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Let's enjoy the Summer League Knicks. I'm going to be sad at the end of this week because August is the deadest month in the year for New York basketball, the deadest month of the year. So, yeah, I'm going to have some salmon patties and enjoy myself here. Y'all, please be safe and enjoy yourselves, please. I'm expecting a signing of Youngins some point in the next 48 hours after he's already cleared waivers. He's going to make a decision soon. So hopefully the Knicks get him. That would be nice. But you guys enjoy regardless of what the Knicks do. We know they're going to do the best, the right thing they're going to do. We know that. We got the tight management. We be good. Y'all be good. Be safe. Sure.